Hey, what's happening, gamers? We're the Kwings, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play on a sci-fi anime game on the Nintendo Switch that's amazing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy this opening movie.
Jake, I'm recording this message for you and your sister. I want to be the one to tell you how things became the way they are.
Avalon, you have limited time to identify the source of this ARK migration. The lives of every human left is in your hands.
Ballistics protocol activated. You have a 360-degree firing arc.
Jake. Never come back to Earth.
Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome to Implosion, Never Lose Hope on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, this is a Switch game based on a mobile game from a couple years ago, and it is awesome. We did a live stream of this game, and we were literally blown away. So this is K-Teen. Welcome to the KwingsLetsPlays channel. This is our T-rated block, and this game deserves our love. It is great.
Yep.
But it's hard, so we're gonna stick with normal mode because if you don't grind, then you will die.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool little phrase.
No, I mean, it's true.
A little quote. Yeah, actually, I didn't actually get to see a lot of the story on this because I was looking at the comments on your stream. So I'm excited about this.
Jake, I'm recording this message for you and your sister. You're the man now. You need to look after her. I wanted to tell you how proud I am of both of you. If your parents were alive to see you now. Anyway, you're going to get older, and you're going to start asking questions. I want to be the one to tell you how things became the way they are. All our technology, all our wonder was like blood in the ocean. Those things that came that day, they could smell it like sharks from 1 billion miles away. The only constant is change. Earth as we knew it is over. The last of us won't survive the night. But there's you. You are hope. All this sacrifice is so that you can stretch your fingers to the stars. Don't look back, Jake. Never come back to Earth.
I'd love to keep this family chat going, but we are coming up on the drop zone.
I wouldn't expect you to understand anyway.
It's been 2 decades, Jake. You have to learn to let go of ghosts. We all lost people. Let's just get in, find out what we can about this new Azar, and get the hell back to the Night Star.
I've watched my uncle's message almost every day since I got my wings and they let me see it. 7 years. He's not a ghost. We're here.
We can continue this little discussion later. Initializing geosynchronous orbit over Site 1.
This is Control. Nightwing, you are back in the net. Do you copy? Confirm transmission.
Copy that, Control. Tunnel slide progressed as expected. All systems green. Receiving you loud and clear.
Good to hear you, Nightwing. Carry out your diagnostics and prepare deployment. I have Gauntlet here on standby should you require reinforcements.
Copy that, Commander. Activating aft ejection canopy, preparing for orbital dive.
Oh, Jake? Things get too hairy down there? You can always tap out. I'm right here.
Avalon and I will be just fine.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Begin orbital dive.
I hate bed bugs.
So they still have that phrase even in the future? Don't let the bedbugs bite.
Well, there's really not that many humans around anymore, so I mean...
They just keep using the old content. Like us!
And this is Avalon.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
So cool.
Every human needs one of these babies.
Yeah, especially to go to work in the morning.
So Earth is no longer inhabited. So we're basically... How do I explain what Avalon is? It took like a long time playing this game to figure out, and this game is a grind, people, but Avalon is a suit that the human conscience is trapped inside of. So he's actually not inside of the suit. He's projecting his brain into this metallic armor.
Oh yeah, yep.
Because he probably wouldn't survive on this, atmosphere.
Yeah.
Contact. All systems green, but something's not right down here.
It's godforsaken
So all
planet.
human life on Earth ended 20 years ago, and this landing pad has been maintained? The overgrowth has been trimmed back. Even the lander surface looks like it was used yesterday.
Wow, the XADA must have taken up an interest in gardening over the last 20 years.
I knew something was going on. Jonathan can't be gone.
Avalon, I need your head in the game. Your uncle was a good man, but you need to let go of anything that's not mission-specific. Comply.
Copy that, Commander. Zoe, could you find me a hatch down here? This doesn't match the schematics we trained with. Someone's modified this base.
So apparently XADA have taken up construction as well.
Avalon, I have a point of entry for you. Proceed.
The story for this is really, really cool. So the gist of it, you're looking for your uncle that's gone missing, but at the same time, you're trying to, I think, free, like, an ARK?
Avalon, we have an active scan running on your surroundings. You're going to encounter the remains of War-Mech Series 1 and the most basic XADA mutaforms. You can outmaneuver Mutaform 1 easily. The XADA corrupted pilots will pose a larger threat. The virus will reanimate and amplify them.
Understood, Commander.
Avalon, there are active GDUs and information consoles in your area. We have deployed a hack drone from your drop pod. Gather whatever information you can and interface with the network as soon as your area is clear.
Copy that, Control.
Found the XADA gardener yet, Avalon?
Doesn't add up. There's got to be something else here.
Well, it sure as hell isn't human. Earth was wiped clean just before the migration.
Yeah, that's what they tell us.
Nobody survived, Jake. I'm sorry, but it's a ghost town.
Pretty lively ghost town from where I'm looking.
It looks pretty dingy to me. Alright, so we're going to do movement first. This is a tutorial for the game. So you just move your joystick around to control Avalon, the mech suit, which looks like a mixture of an Ava unit, a Gundam, and some other robots.
Motor functions coming online. Avalon, try an impulse move for me.
Impulse move. Okay, so we're gonna do a dash. Impulse movement.
Yeah, some really cool names. Avalon and, of course, Nightwing.
Offensive motor control online.
Let's rock and roll.
I kind of squealed like a little girl when they said the ship's name.
I know.
Which century were you born against?
Shields are not responding. Your heat sinks can take 3 consecutive impulses
Roger that.
until they need to defuse.
Yeah, don't blow yourself up, Jake.
So if you use too much of your power, you can blow up. Although I've never had that happen to me yet, so I don't really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's like this game is made just for you, Luke.
Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty cool. I mean, this is a basic beat-em-up game, and this was actually a very popular tablet game.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to get medals and stuff in this game, too, unless the mission profile says otherwise, is you want to destroy lots of canisters. Now...
Avalon, I need to calibrate offensive pathways and sync
There's a
your
lot of
standard
that.
and heavy attacks.
Yeah.
Be aware, storing potential energy for high-force kinetic blows will elicit a slower response time.
Yeah, there is a lot of in-game dialogue. So basically what we're fighting, the first time I was in this game, I thought that these mutants weren't zombies, that they were kind of like the Titans from that one anime, like these massive flesh-eating things, but it turns out they're just human beings, or what's left of them, that have been mutated by aliens.
I have your reactor abilities online. You can hijack XADA bioenergy and redirect it for later use. You should be seeing your ability launch keys now.
Oh yeah, you were thinking Titans.
Yep. RA is basically your super ability, so you hold the R button, and then...
There's a refractory
they're not gonna let me explain. I will blow myself up from all this constant chatter.
Stay sharp.
I demand radio silence. Whatever. Alright, so you see those little circles over in the corner? It has like kind of an arrow around it. As you progress through the game, you get different abilities. This one just has like I think it's like a jaguar attack. It's kind of like a spear lunge. There are abilities where you get a shield to cover you, or you can summon lightning, and you can also fully customize all your attributes.
Avalon, remember how I said the War-Mech 1s pose a larger threat? Well, I'm detecting a WM1 exhibiting extreme hypertrophy. This thing is 40% larger than it should be, and is carrying augmented weaponry. Kill it quickly.
There is a plus to playing games like this, though. There's really not a lot of work involved in it for me and Amber. We sit here, we play the game, and it talks. So, we just get to enjoy the story.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, this just has such a cool feel to it. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why that those little anime characters are they're not really anime, actually.
Oh, it's anime inspired.
Yeah, anime inspired with little boxes popping up. That really reminds me of some other games I played, older ones, and or I've watched you play
Cybernator.
Stuff. Yeah. It has a really cool, like, nostalgia.
Excellent work, Avalon. Beacon acquisition is complete. Supplementary data stream detected. Initiating download. Stand by.
Yeah, and
schematics have been updated. Proceed to the next beacon and find me something I can work with.
Yeah, whatever you say, Commander. So that's a tutorial. So now we'll actually get to breeze through a lot of the stuff.
Mission complete.
Totally. But in Japan, that should be an S rank. A rank.
Man, almost.
I'll go through on my own time and get that up to S, because you want to get as many S ranks as possible and collect as many medals, because they have a mobile suit that looks like Char's mobile suit, and they use a spear, and the spear is so OP.
Yeah, this does remind me a little bit of
Crimson.
Gundam, but it's not as big as one, I don't.
Crimson meets Evangelion meets Gundam.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, any cool sci-fi robot anime, I mean, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Avalon, you have limited time to identify the source of this AZA migration. The lives of every human left is in your hands.
No pressure, Jake.
Understood, Commander. Control, what's the current status of the AZA?
The XADA that the early warning system picked up are halfway through forming a super AZA in the ruins of the old Adrillian capital. Once it is complete, it will lift off and attempt to connect with the alpha point of the rift we are observing. The Omega point is currently 8,000 miles off the surface of Gaia.
What she said.
You need any help, Avalon? Shadowwing is fueled and ready to jump. Tuned her myself.
Appreciate it, Gauntlet. Guy's gonna need you in case this goes south. I'll keep you posted.
Understood.
So Gaia is basically like their version of the ARK. They used Gaia to escape the Earth. I believe it's one of many evacuation shuttles.
Protocol activated. Select panel for firing mode.
In terms of size, okay, now we get other weapons. This is our ballistics rifle.
Without ammunition,
you can use it to blow up things like this.
You have a 360-degree firing.
Come on, zombies. Dinner time. Boom.
Yeah, maybe it's one of the few that actually escaped, though.
Well, Gaia, I think, is like their command ship. I mean, it's only been 20 years later, so there's really not that much left of humanity. Probably like 1,000 people. Something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Robotech.
Yeah, it's like that, and also, I can't even remember that game where the people on the surface are all mutated. Fallout or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like...
Yep, Fallout, kind of.
Well,
except the robots in this are a lot cooler.
Yeah, they are.
So now we have like a shield, kind of. Although, I like to avoid attacks as much as possible, because if you get hit too much, it depletes your rank. So I mean, and if you die, of course, like you'll go from like a B to a C rank And again, the ranks are very important because you need to get medals because you want to unlock Crimson as soon as possible. Crimson is a very powerful suit. And with the... I mean, this is the main story suit.
These traps were running back in the war, but they were not automated.
And it's fun.
So, somebody is flipping the switch.
Forget it, Jake. It was probably modified after the mass evacuation by the last man
Yes!
I wonder how long they survived with these breathing
Bye-bye. Thanks for playing. So what I've actually been doing with my other save file, the one that we live streamed with, is I've been gathering as many medals as possible. And we kind of started over on a different save file to show you guys what you saw at the live stream, except condense it a little bit more because I know what I'm doing now. And we're going to go through the entire game together and look at the additional mobile suits as kind of bonuses. And this will be our teen block, so if you're looking for this series, it's going to be airing at 5 or 7 p.m. every night.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of our summer mech game. Then we have that awesome Gundam game coming out this fall, thanks to Namco.
Oh yeah,
it's that Gundam Versus thing on the PS4. So excited.
Yeah, the last Gundam game, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was basically Dynasty Warriors.
And we got to learn. Well, I always get to like watching different Gundam series, like a little bit of it, or learning about them and stuff when I go through it.
There's actually a lot of Gundam series now on, I believe, Hulu and Crunchyroll. If you're interested in some of them.
Yeah, like the Teddy Bear Gundam.
Teddy Bear Gundam. I think you would really like a series called Gundam. What was the name of that one? I think it was called Gundam Build Fighters. Actually, it was a show where little kids. It was kind of like Custom Robo and Gatchaman.
Avalon, you're done here.
Yeah.
I need you to begin a descent into the lower levels of the facility.
I don't want to.
Continue following the signal trail.
Alright, so then the levels are actually very short, and the reason why they did this is because this was a mobile game. This was something you wanted to pick up and play on the go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, each level will take you about 4 to 6 minutes. We actually did this level in about 3 minutes.
That's really great for people with a short attention span like myself.
Well, it's a mobile game.
Short patience.
But because the Nintendo Switch is essentially a Nintendo tablet, I mean, it's really easy for them to get Google Games. Alright, so this is a customization menu for Avalon.
Oh my gosh, could Avalon look any cooler if they tried?
No. Alright, that is our super ability right there in the middle. We have no new upgrades that we can put here yet.
The thing in the middle looks like a tiger.
It is, it's a jaguar.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so
awesome.
We don't have any cool upgrades we can really do right now.
And yeah, that Avalon name brings up good memories, actually. Yeah,
that's the name of our apartment complex.
We lived at a really awesome place by that name. It felt like we were really at Avalon. Yeah, it's just such a cool name.
Okay, so you can basically change your abilities, so that right there is a little bit different than our charging attack. And you can see Crimson just looks so much better than Avalon in every single aspect.
I hope someday we'll live somewhere as nice as that place again.
Yeah, our own house, someday.
That would be awesome. I'll try to make it as nice as that place.
Nightwing, how much time do I have?
I don't know.
Nightwing estimates you have 6 hours until the AZA is in the sky. If it connects with the rift gate, there's nothing we can do to stop it from taking Gaia and the Cetos colony.
Commander, if this goes south, what's the Gaia evac plan?
There is no evacuation plan. Gaia has no working quantum drives. The only functioning hardware left is on your Nightwing and Gauntlet's Shadow Wing.
So I guess there's no margin for error.
That's correct. Now get on with it.
Why does everything and everyone in this game have cool names? Napoleon, Shadowwing, Nightwing. I don't know.
Fans of DC Comics and the French Revolution? I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, every time I see Jake in the little box, I think he is Nightwing.
Avalon, you're coming up on a mechanically modified mutaform.
He looks like
Back
Nightwing.
in the WM2 days, we deployed tripwires to take him out. Keep in mind, this Zodic is not as stable as it looks on those legs.
Copy that. Alright, so basically they give you tips and stuff as you go through this as well. So, I mean, they're just telling you that you're going to be running across, like, this really nasty robot, and you don't have any way of defeating it. Now, how you're going to want to defeat that is by chaining together sword attacks. And I didn't really go over the attacks in this game. You have a Y and X button. X button are for heavy attacks and heavy combos. You can actually chain a really powerful X attack by just starting one Y attack and then doing all X attacks, and it has a pretty good stagger to it. The Y are just kind of like fast things that don't burn your stamina meter and cause your robot to just stand there.
Oh, okay.
Drone has already attempted
So there's some strategy involved.
It seems to be a closed system with manual inputs. You'll need sync keys to override the mechanism. System AI advises there are 3 ID keys in your local proximity, and some of them are moving. The researchers that belong to those keys are XADA now.
Any way to tell who has the keys?
AI cannot obtain a definitive feed.
Looks like we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Affirmative.
Okay, so whenever they say, like, mutiforms, they're talking about the zombies.
Wait, you are Jake, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nightwing is the name of the ship.
Okay, yeah.
There are 2 ships currently orbiting the Earth. Shadow Wing, which you never see in the game so far. And actually, it'd be kind of cool if this game was 2-player, because then someone could play as Gauntlet, the other mech that they say they have on standby to come down to Earth.
Yeah.
And then, because, I mean, the way this game is set up, I mean, you could have somebody tag along and actually fight with you. But unfortunately, this game is only 1 player, but this is the type of game that they could have added 2-player support for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I really believe that would have made it stand out more.
Yeah, I'm glad that you actually like playing 2-player stuff with me, because I would love to, like, get in there and, you know, destroy some of those.
I know.
I like beat 'em up games.
I know you do. Beat 'em up games are really fun.
Yeah,
this is a
they're
beat 'em
the
up
best.
/ hack and slash. So you have to defeat all the enemies in order to open doors and stuff like that. Okay, die.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I like how the story is, like, very rich and a lot of very complex, because it reminds me of an anime, because all those robot animes and the war animes and stuff with the, you know, different, you know, Earths and, you know, robots and stuff like that. They were so, like, the storylines were so complex and complicated. That's why they were so interesting, you know?
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the thing they warned us about.
Avalon, the mecha mutiforms you've already encountered. It seems some of them have undergone hypergenesis while we've been gone.
Right.
I never personally faced off with one this size.
So that is my new ability, which I'm not going to be keeping this. I just wanted to kind of show it off. It's kind of like a hurricane laser disc. I don't know.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's not going to stagger this opponent. How I usually beat this guy is we use the Jaguar spear thing to knock him on the ground, and then just beat him up a lot.
Oh, nice.
But that's not really working out well, is it?
Yeah, I mean, like, I know you were doing really well when we were streaming this, and I think you're doing really awesome on this. You must really enjoy playing this game.
I like hack and slash games. I mean, there's really not much to it, but this game has some puzzle-solving element to it, so... I mean, it has a little bit of exploration, but remember when you're actually exploring, it's eating up the time of the clock, or, you know, any chance of getting medals. And remember what I said about the significance of getting medals in this game. New mobile suits. And you want that. You really do.
Control, we've tripped an early warning system indicator on board Nightwing. The category is not exhibiting some
See,
kind of glitch on
Nightwing
our
is a
end.
ship.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an early something warning. It's really great. Thanks, Nightwing. I've reached the next beacon, following your trail.
It's like Andromeda.
Yeah, kind of.
A ship with a name.
But I actually wasn't paying attention to the story during the live stream. They just mentioned how there's actually a colony, so it's not just the ships.
Oh.
There's an actual colony that
We aren't
is
alone.
around.
Are you seeing this?
Cool.
Since when does XADA use this stuff?
I was about to...
This is Control. We have solar flare detection. Flare exhibits 66.3% chance of uplink severance. If you lose signal, remain stationary until the visual artifacts subside. Do not leave your current position. If any XADA finds you, you will not be able to defend yourself.
Copy that, Control. This is a sealed area. Activating void field and awaiting instructions. Nightwing, how's it looking up there?
Don't worry about me. This is your first severance, isn't it?
Copy that. What's it like?
Like tumbling down a rabbit hole. You're going to lose contact with us, and your subconscious will do its best to extrapolate your environment. Try not to interact, as everything you see will be an illusion.
Flare contact. Signal is bending. Hold position and wait for trend.
I know, that was kind of intense, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Basically, a solar flare happened that I think somehow messes up the instruments of the suit.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how this whole story works, but...
Yeah, well, I think that's the fun of anime-inspired things. They always have a lot of different parts of the story.
I would really love some merchandise based on this game.
Well...
But we're going back with this because that's important.
Well, I just remember, like, I used to be a tremendous Star Wars fan, kind of. But then when you first showed me Gundam, I was like, whoa, the storyline is cooler than Star Wars.
You know how many
already.
Gundam series there are now after that one time you watched Gundam? They kind of brought it back, so there's even more Gundam.
But I was surprised the storyline was more complex, interesting, and fascinating than the Star Wars storyline. And I was like, if they made this a movie, it would blow Star Wars out of the water because...
Oh, easily.
It's so much more interesting. And that's part of the fun of anime is not being able to figure it. You have to literally be on the edge of your seat trying to figure out everything that's going on. So, yeah.
Control, do you copy? Nightwing! Commander! The hell is this? So much for visual artifacts! These data are real! Computer, begin environmental recording! I gotta see this. How are the Zada doing this?
Okay, so basically he's freaking out. This is all an illusion. Or is it? I don't really know. Notice how the entire world is like in this red VR thing?
Yeah.
So the purpose of this level is we actually have to destroy all these mutants and survive. Now, because your human conscience is linked to the system, if you die in combat, it's like you're brain dead.
Yeah, so it's like... It's, oh my god, it's just like Sword Art Online. If you die in the virtual area, then you die in real life. Yeah, it's like your neurons get shut off in your brain, and if you're brain dead, you're really dead. So
totally.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was gonna ask you. Was I didn't know if you could die in real life. Yeah, that's really interesting. That really makes it another element of danger. I think if they didn't have that part of it, it wouldn't be as exciting to play. So that's pretty cool. But also pretty scary for our main character.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just has a really cool feel to it, so...
Yeah, I mean, if you like survival-like things, I mean, there's zombies, there's some jump scares in this game later that I've encountered. It has, like, kind of... This stuff feels like... one of those kind of like thriller horror games. It's not necessarily scary, but it's got like a tense atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, at its core, this is a beat 'em up game. This is a game that is very user-friendly. I would say that the difficulty gets a little extreme, like near the end of the game, but that's to be expected. And if you've unlocked the Crimson suit, then it shouldn't be that much of a chore for you. This is a game that you definitely want to spend time grinding with, and I mean, with the portable aspect of it, it's something that you can take on the go and use pretty much in your everyday life. So I mean, I highly recommend this game. I think it's only like $11.
Wow.
It's really worth it. Very cool.
I'm surprised. Wow.
And expect to see more Android-based games on the Nintendo Switch, because it's very easy for them to move it over since, the Switch actually uses Android technology.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun watching you play a little bit on the live stream, and I've been smiling almost the whole time, sitting here watching you here. So.
I really thought you would like this series based on the story and, the robots and just the whole, like, beating up of zombie thing.
Yeah. Well, I love sci-fi stuff. So that's
if you're wondering what's up with that, I don't know how I found it, but you gain the ability to hack. So you can actually open doors in the environment to expand everything around you. Cool. Go to new places, fight sub-bosses, collect new gear. It's very cool. Although unlocking it is kind of tricky. Oh, we were so close to an S rank.
Almost.
Oh, there we go. Cerebrus algorithm. So we have a hacking tool now, so we can go through, replay that level, and see what that locked door's about.
Awesome.
But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for the first episode of Implosion. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about this series in the comments below, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!